Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal, brought to you by the excellent app Flick, which is available right now. Download it for free in the description. We've still got our triple shirt giveaway where we're going to be giving away this and also the away kit and the third kit. To enter that, you must download the app before transfer deadline day, which of course is on Monday, the 5th of October. We're closing in on that and getting really, really close to that. And we also do our regular polls on Flick. We did one yesterday. I said, should Mesut Ozil start against Liverpool? 66% of you said yes. 34% of you said no. It went with a 34% because he didn't start. He wasn't even in the squad, and God knows what's happening to this guy. Mesut Ozil not part of Arsenal's plans in any shape at all. But however, it was a great win for Arsenal yesterday. Congratulations to the team. Done brilliantly after Monday night and losing out to Liverpool, to come back at Anfield, a place where Liverpool never lose, and to get a win on penalties. It was a fantastic, fantastic performance. Dogged, not spectacular, but dogged. Defended well, Arsenal, I thought, in that game. Defended really, really well and really, really deserved the win. And what a performance by Leno. Absolutely brilliant. That was one, you can see there, amongst one of the many brilliant saves that he made in the game. And then when it came to penalties, he saved 3 penalties. Absolutely fantastic. And I thought, considering, he's been getting a lot of comparisons recently with him and Martinez because Martinez has moved on to Villa. I thought, that performance yesterday, personally for him, is absolutely fantastic because, takes a lot of the pressure off of him and takes a lot of these, regular comparisons about, well, Martinez would have done this and blah, blah, blah off of him. Fantastic performance by him. And it was also a great performance in the game by Gabriel. Again, this kid looks like a real find at Arsenal. He was commanding. His passing was excellent as well. And I thought it was a solid performance by him. Makes you wonder why he didn't play on Monday. But it definitely looks like we've got ourselves a very, very good signing in Gabriel. But we know that we need more. And one of the strange things about yesterday was we were all expecting to see William Saliba playing in the game. But he didn't. He was not even in the squad. The only game he's played was a pre-season friendly when he played against MK Dons. Apart from that, he's not played any games for Arsenal. Everybody's been wondering, where's Saliba? There was a lot of disappointment before the game last night when he didn't start. And then Mikel Arteta was asked about it after the game. Why was Saliba not in the squad? And these were his quotes. He said he had a year last year where Arsenal essentially loaned him out to Saint Etienne, and that was a transition year for him. For many reasons, that wasn't the transition year that he needed, because he had a lot of injuries. He had some personal issues, and obviously with COVID and the French league being cancelled, he didn't have that year. So he needs a year of transition. He needs that year of transition, and we're trying to make the right decisions for him to make the best possible year of transition for him to have the player we want in the future. Which was like, yeah. So what, he's not ready? And then the rumors that are flying around today that he could be going back on loan to France with Rennes for a season. And that's incredible news. Rennes are apparently in talks with Arsenal over a season-long loan where Saliba will go back, play for Rennes for a season. Rennes, by the way, flying high at the moment in France. They're currently top of Ligue 1. I know it's just started, but they're top of Ligue 1. They've got a very good team. They're also in the Champions League. They were just drawn yesterday. They're in the Champions League, and they want to take William Saliba on a season-long loan. And if you look into all of the things that Mikel Arteta was saying in those quotes, that sounds like that's a strong possibility that he could go on a season-long loan, which really seems like a weird one. But as Arteta's saying there, He's basically saying that, listen, he's not ready yet. He's not had a chance to play regular football because of the COVID-19, ended the season early in France. He did have a lot of injuries, Saliba, so he was just in and out. And Arteta's obviously the guy looking at him, assessing him all the time. And he's saying to himself, he's short at the moment. He's not ready to come in and start week in, week out in the Premier League, which is really disappointing because I desperately want to see this guy playing alongside Gabriel. That's what I want to see. But, and I said this many a time, he's only young. He's only 19, remember. You know, he's the same age as like Eddie, Saka, all these guys. He's 19, which is very young for a centre-back. And maybe a year of experience playing for a team like Rennes, who are a top team. And as I said, you know, in the Champions League, maybe that might be really, really good for him. We're going to have to wait and see, but it definitely seems like there's a lot of legs in that, and he could be going out again on loan. That means we signed him, right? And we haven't seen him for 2 seasons if he goes out in another year. Weird, right? Does that mean we sign another centre-back? Does that mean we keep hold of Mustafi, right? Because right-sided centre-backs holding a Mustafi, really. Let's see how that one develops out, but that is weird. Lucas Torreira, he was not in the squad at all yesterday. You know, not in the squad. Nearing a move. Again, this one a bit strange to me. Going out on loan for a season to Atletico Madrid. It does look like it's going to be a loan move. They've been trying to get up to around about £22 million for him. They were hoping Torino haven't got the money to do it. They were hoping possibly Roma. Doesn't look like Roma have got the money to do it either. And it looks like they are going to let him go out on loan to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, they've got financial constraints themselves. They've got Hector Herrera, who's another midfielder they've got to get off the books to free up the wages so that they could take Torreira on loan. But it does look like Lucas Torreira could be going out on loan to Atletico Madrid. He's had a lot of problems behind the scenes, Lucas Torreira, personal problems. When I say personal problems of a bit of loneliness. There's rumours that when he first came to the UK, he broke up with his girlfriend. He was sort of all alone in the UK. He's found it really hard to adjust to this country, but it was just seeming like he was starting to do that last season, you know, brought in some of his friends from Uruguay, etc. But it does look like he will be going out on loan to Atletico Madrid. No obligation to buy. Just an option to buy for 22 million, but no obligation to buy, which again, if that is true, and it does end up being that, again, it seems a strange one. Why not have that option to buy in it? And if you're making Torreira go out on loan, I mean, surely we should be trying to get Thomas Partey. But there's no movement on that. No talk about that whatsoever, about Thomas Partey coming back the other way. It does look like if Arsenal are to get this one done, they're going to have to activate that release clause of £45 million, or Atletico not even talking to us about it. But yet still we're sending them one of our defensive midfielders on loan. Now, I don't know, man. It just seems a very strange one to me. I'd just be like looking at it and say, well, Atletico, you're not willing to move at all on, you know, your player. You don't want to give us Partey. You don't even want to talk about that. But you want our guy on loan without an option to buy. No, he's staying. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but certainly seems like a real strange one to me. Just before, let me just remind you that Fabrizio Romano, remember we had him on before, the transfer expert. We got a special show that's going to be coming out on Saturday with Fabrizio Romano, where we'll be discussing a load of these deals. I remember we had him on before. He was absolutely brilliant. It's going to be exclusively, excerpts from the interview, going to be exclusively available on Flick before they then come out on YouTube. It'll be out on YouTube on Saturday night. But if you want to get an early sort of insight into what's going on, download the app Flick and you can see excerpts of the interview on Flick. Again, as I said, absolutely free to download. The link is in the description. Moving on, Houssem Aouar. That is the word on or the name on everybody's lips right now. Houssem Aouar. Is this one going to get done? According to the Lyon president, remember, the deadline to sign Houssem Aouar is today, Friday. He said if he's not signed by today, he's going to tell his manager to, you know, just include him in the squad, get ready to play, he's staying. Load of rubbish, by the way, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he's just trying to ramp things up because he's trying to get the deal done as quickly as possible. But yesterday we heard news that PSG have opened talks with Lyon. He's claimed that the PSG president, Al Khalifa, had actually had a meeting with Lyon about getting a deal done for Houssem Aouar, which is true. You know, obviously, you know, they got a load of money, and that would be very, very threatening to Arsenal, and Arsenal getting this deal done for the player that is seen as their number 1 target. However, PSG do have a bit of financial problems at the moment, which is weird to say when they're owned by multi-billionaires. But they have fallen foul of the FFP rules in France. They made a massive £90 million loss last season because obviously the coronavirus and the league stopping short. So they made a big loss there, even though they did reach the final of the Champions League, and may not really be in as strong a position as they normally would to get Houssem Aouar signed. They may have to let a couple of players go before they could do that deal. Also, remember, Aouar has agreed terms with Arsenal, and he's said to favour a move to Arsenal rather than going to PSG. Remember, he's come up through the ranks at Lyon. That wouldn't go down good at all with the fans of Lyon, seeing him go to PSG, and he would much rather come to Arsenal. So still a strong possibility that this one can get done, but we're going to have to get our skates on if we're going to get that done, because the longer that goes on, the more and more chance that it could be getting hijacked, and that wouldn't be a good look for Arsenal, their number 1 target getting hijacked. Matteo Guendouzi, I spoke about this one yesterday, and I said that Marseille, reports coming out of France that Marseille were very interested in signing him. However, Marseille have now denied that and said that they're not interested in Guendouzi. Nobody seems to be interested in Guendouzi. Guendouzi not even in the squad last night. Again, another player Arsenal desperate to move on. Another player that Arsenal are not even thinking about playing at the moment. Not even in the squad. What's going to happen to him over the next few days? Could that be a loan move out to somewhere? But definitely Guendouzi. I mean, there's no point in having him here sitting on the bench if he's not going to play. But how many, you know, that's him, Torreira, that's 2 midfield players, 3 midfield players, if you include Ozil in that we've got at the moment that just ain't even playing, that are not even in the plans. Crazy. And it was a surprise to see Kolasinac on the pitch yesterday. We've been told that he was on the verge of a move to Bayer Leverkusen, and he played the full 90 minutes of the game. Started the game, played the full 90 minutes, had a few dodgy moments in the game as well. But it was a bit strange to see him play the whole game if these links to Leverkusen are true, because you'd be thinking to yourself, you don't want to risk him playing in that game. But yeah, he played the full 90. So is he staying at Arsenal, or will he be moving out to Bayer Leverkusen? I'll tell you what, the next few days are going to be so interesting at Arsenal. Who are we getting in? Who's going out? Deadline day is on Monday. All will be revealed by then. And it's going to be really interesting. We've got a poll today on Flick. Should we send Saliba out on loan? Yes or no? Get over there and vote in that right now. The link is in the description. And as I said, make sure you've got that app ready for tomorrow. We've got an exclusive interview on there in video. We'll be taking excerpts of the main video, which is going to come out Saturday evening, with Fabrizio Romano to get his view on Aouar, Partey, and all the other rumours that I've spoken about today and beyond. because it's going to be a busy few days for Arsenal. So download the link in the description. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll be back tomorrow.
No, this isn't a robbery at the end of the video. We are telling you about these brand new masks from Mask SC in football inspired colours. You can get your team on it. The link is in the description. Get on it right now.